Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming to the event here. As Sharon introduced, the Digital Grid Futures Institute is set up here to look into futurist research and promoting the research transformation of the technologies from cross-disciplinary areas, starting from the electrification and digitalization of the critical infrastructure. When we start the establishment of the institute, we look into the energy sector. For example, in the original system, this has happened to other systems as well, the information flow or the actual physical energy flow is from generation to transmission to end users, to clients. However, we have been seeing the transition into a digitalized grid, which allows for multiple directions of energy flow and information flow. So we share the measurement, we share the financial information, the ICT measurement from sensor network, and also the actual power flow in the complicated digitalized energy grid from generation, transmission, prosumers, consumers, generators, retailers, and ICT providers. Two of the major emission sectors were selected when we set up the institute. One is energy system, another one is a transportation system, together with social, economical, and regulatory research to support the transition of those areas. So when we look into transportation, we see from electrical perspective, transportation through electric vehicle links the transportation system to the electrical system through the charging, discharging as a mobile energy storage opportunity here. As we all know, I'll take the opportunity to promote another major initiative under the Institute, which is ARC Research Hub. We're going to be launching next week. So energy storage is the solution so far to enable the transition into green energy dominated energy future. When we have solar and wind, when there's no solar and wind, we need energy storage to provide the energy to supply demands to make sure the reliability and security of the system being enabled. If we work in the renewable sector, we all know that it's getting more and more difficult to get renewable plants to be grid connected to meet the grid requirement to provide reliable supply. In other words, we see more and more energy storage options being installed following Tesla battery storage farm and distributed energy storage. While EV, as a potential mobile energy storage solution, will be playing a very critical role in the near future. So it's a typical research if we link electric vehicle with power grid or linking the transportation sector through EV to power grid. We're looking into, for example, this is the work to do combining electric vehicle with demand set management, with distributed generation, solar rooftop PV, battery storage, energy efficiency management, and also some of other renewable generation as well, so that to achieve emission reduction and to achieve cost reduction. Then in doing so, we're talking about plug-in electric vehicles so far, most of the cases. When we plug in electric vehicle, actually, one way we're reducing when we have the EV there, we're reducing the emissions from burning fossil fuels. But at the same time, when everyone is plugging into the EV to the power grid, we're creating another peak potentially, which means we need have more renewable energy, more power generation, and in most of the cases, non-renewable, because people charge their vehicle overnight when there's no sun, no wind, some of the cases. But when we have the non-plug-in EV, like the one we're promoting right now, we are mitigating the problem or the potential risks of creating another peak after evening when people are charging, so that it opens up a whole new transition for promoting electric vehicle into the future solutions. So without further ado, the EV and the transportation interaction and the technology will be discussed in more detail by our professors and researchers here. So I will hand over to our next speaker, Ned Yeah, thank you.